They could have picked any venue in the world, but they chose this one for a reason. What an atmosphere. This is the Lighthouse Theater. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Vasiliy Lomachenko, weighing in at 57 kilos, right on the number for the featherweight division. He's 170 centimeters tall with a reach of 166. And fighting here, it's Jono King Kong Carroll, 129 pounds, 5'6", with a reach of 69 inches.
Talk about hot seats in the house. I am so lucky to be sat where I am watching this fight live. I can tell my grandkids about this.
Vasiliy Lomachenko, Ukraine's finest. He's a former world champion in multiple weight classes. King Kong, Jono Carroll, the Celtic warrior who fights out of Dublin, Ireland. He's always in the mood for a fight.
Look at this. These fights are so up for it. Look at that.
And with that, we turn it over to the world-renowned ring announcer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, presenting the two-time Olympic gold medalist from Ukraine, a tremendous three-division champion of the world, Vasiliy Lomachenko. Fighting out of the blue corner, introducing from Dublin, Ireland, the southpaw contender, a junior lightweight world title challenger, King Kong, Jono Carroll.
What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. Every seat has been taken for tonight's match.
The wait is over. The speaking stopped. The fight begins. Now, let's get the answers.
No doubt about it. This was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold. They ring the bell, and here we go. And he misses with that straight left. No defense for that hook. A lot of pre-match drama. Who could forget what we saw yesterday at the weigh-in? Biting at the bit to get it on in this historic venue.
Todd, I love theatres. For all these reasons, you can hear everybody in the crowd. You can hear the punches. The punches actually echo. If you're that fighter coming in and you know you're in such an intense atmosphere, you know the pressure is going to be on.
Beautiful counter shot. Swing and a miss with the hook. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. This fighter focuses on those long, straight punches, staying on the outside, and winning round after round.
Do not give an outside fighter time to think. You've got to make the fighter panic. You've got to rush the fighter into doing things they don't normally do.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Wow, it was like two different leagues.
So important now in the first minute. Look at him. He is.
And there's the bell to start the round. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Swing and a miss with the hook. A perfect counter shot. These two fighters are made for one another. He misses with that straight left. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
If you're fighting a counterpuncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counterpunchers, they're watching your every move, that every switch.
They exchange punches. A swing and a miss with the right hook. Beautiful counter punch. Beautiful counter punch. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Loma in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
There's so much work in
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Only catching air with that hook. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
These punches coming from every angle. One punch could change everything in this battle. And that left hook doesn't find its target. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. A perfect counter shot. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Mate, he's shattered.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. How about that time counter shot? The right hook misses. Perfect counter shot. A swing and a miss with the left hook. Nice exchange here from both men. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Looking behind the jab and like the soft spell.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Nice counter shot. Missing with the hook. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. You'd like to see more jabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Hey, it's the featherweight division. You're going to see a lot of speed in this fight.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there, because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
How about that time counter shot? Back and forth they go. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
And there's the bell to start the round. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. Real good back and forth between these two fighters. That left hook missed.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Nice slip to avoid the jab. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Every time they throw a shot, they get counters. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Come on, look at this. Look at him now. Every time he's...
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well done with that counter shot. Beautiful counter punch. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one. Lomachenko is buzzed. Thought for a second of getting out of trouble, but now he's right back in the phone booth.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace.
Lomachenko in trouble. Maybe not as hurt as we thought, but he can't continue to take those punches. What is he doing in there?
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What did they do? What did they tell him when he got back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
His stamina is off the charts. That hook won't score. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Loma. And there's the bell to start the round. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Throws the jab but does not score. These two are the perfect dance partners. What heart, what desire, but at what cost?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Throws the jab but does not score. And there for John O'Carroll. Down goes Carroll. Oh my goodness. I want to see that one more time.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. Let's talk about O'Carroll in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
Keep him. Look at him. He is absolutely knackered, mate. He's knackered.
They ring the bell, and here we go. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, thinking, you've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket him.
This is not where John O'Carroll wants to be. King Kong finally goes down. That punch to the head looks so good live. Let's see it again in slow motion and really appreciate it.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
Accuracy, power, punch, perfect. That must hurt.